All right. Sorry, few minutes. I was a few minutes late there. I don't know. I honestly have no idea why this happened today. Couple things to go over. And obviously I appreciate everybody joining the stream today. Much love to everybody. And it sounds like Zach Ertz has signed with the Commanders on a 1-year deal. I don't know. I think it was more Cliff Kingsbury, most likely. From what it sounds like, that's the reason why Zach Ertz. Why? My God, man. It's already enough. You know what? He should have just tried to re-sign with the Lions this past year or something, because I don't know why you're going to a rebuilding team right now that's not really going far, but I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I feel like he's hurting him. I feel like Ertz is like hurting his career more than anything. You know what I mean? I hope that's not the case. It just seems that way right now from how everything's going. It's not great. It's not great. Not great at all. Hold on one second. Make sure we're all right here. Appreciate everybody coming into the chat today for another stream. We're just going over another day, third day of the road to free agency, and a lot of stuff going on. I want to make sure, is my chat working? Are we streaming? I don't even know what's going on. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, I'm just making sure we're all right because something happened that was just kind of weird. So yeah, Zach Ertz gets, signs to Washington on a 1-year deal. It looks like the HaasonReddick stuff is starting to get a little bit more crazy. There's news coming out, a report that was coming out from Adam Schefter, that the compensation, I guess, the Eagles are looking for, and I really hope that this isn't a done deal where, like, there's no way he's coming back and getting the money that he wants from the Eagles. Apparently, Adam Schefter said they're looking for a high second-round pick as of right now. That's pretty much what's going on right now. So yeah. Let me make sure this other shit isn't playing quick. Okay. We got a super chat from Philly Fly 1906. He says, Joey, you think we should go back after Ridley? No. Unfortunately, with Calvin Ridley right now, he's too much out of price range for the Eagles right now. He's way out of price range right now. Unfortunately, he had over 1,000 yards last year, so you're not really trying to make a move like that wide receiver wise. I don't know where they're going at wide receiver at this point. There are some options unless they want to go into the draft and get a wide receiver. We talked about that a million times. I mean, you have Tyler Boyd, you have Hollywood Brown, Gabe Davis. You have a few options out there. Just depends on the money. It depends if the Eagles are just going to say, you know what, let's just go into the draft and get our wide receiver 3 and our receiver of the future, if that's going to be the case. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of different avenues they could go at wide receiver 3. So should be really interesting down the road, but we'll see. Manuel Aaron says Zach to the Commanders. Yeah, I don't get what he's doing. Like, I guess he's trying to, he really must have no fucking interest. Is there something playing in the background? Hold on. I muted everything, so we should be good. Yeah, we're fine. We should be good. All right. Let's go here. Kids, I don't want him coming back to retire with us. I don't want. No, I mean, I don't think that's gonna happen, dude. I don't think that's even gonna happen. I mean, I don't think that's been. There hasn't really been. I don't think there's really been a chance that he would even come back at this point. Oh, we don't have the music on? Oh, the music's on. I'll turn it down. People are people angry? I'll turn it down. Make it a little low for now. Oh, this computer is annoying me today. It's just one of those days today. Let's see. Tommy says if somehow sign Barkley, McKinney, and one of the Baker, Ginkle, we're setting ourselves up nicely for the draft. If we sign those players, we would have enough money left over to extend Smitty Dickerson. Yeah, 100%, dude, 100%. Jerome Brown's another one from Miami, linebacker wise. Another really good linebacker, especially coming from Miami, and that would have re-signed. Is welcome back to a re-signing with the Miami Dolphins. Great coverage linebacker. He just got released. They couldn't redo his deal. They're welcoming to doing a new deal, but Jerome Brown, I'm wondering if Vic Fangio has interest in bringing him in as well, because he might be a mid-tier signing. You have Van Ginkel as your top signing probably as of right now. Matt says, what's going on, Aiden? Matt says, someone said Gabe Davis yesterday, he's only 24. I like the idea of wide receiver 3. He had to close to 800 yards and 7 touchdowns a year almost every year. Yeah, he's had, and that's, like I said, you're gonna have to, if you want someone that's productive at wide receiver 3, if you're just signing somebody for a couple years, I'm telling you're gonna have to break the bank a little bit. You're gonna have to at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, I'm not saying you're not paying a receiver, you're not paying a wide receiver 3 over $20 million, but, you're paying somebody at a lot cheaper than that, no doubt, but you got to take a chance, man. Slick with the super chat. Thank you so much, my dude. He says, I feel like our big signing free agency will be a safety. The one name I've been hearing nonstop, okay? The Xavier McKinney, okay? Now, Cal Green just says Xavier McKinney tweet. Now, he did put out a tweet today. He said, looking at things from a bird's eye view. So that is kind of interesting. Why would he say it that way? I don't know. But that's what he said, I would say 50 minutes ago. He talked about that. McKinney might be... Hey, let me tell you, they pick up Xavier McKinney, man. They're they get another body there. They're pretty much set, I don't think they're going after safety too high in this draft either. I mean, I think in the mid rounds they might get another guy in there. But Cameron Curl as well as another guy. Cameron Curl might be leaving Washington. He's another young, very young, upcoming safety. Physicality, coverage. He's got that pushback mentality. He would turn to a Philly guy pretty damn quickly. A lot of Washington fans didn't think Cameron Curl was even gonna be available or even get released off the team. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of good things to take from it. There's a lot of safeties available. I mean, there's a lot of guys available as of right now. So I feel pretty damn good. See here. Xavier Tacard's confirmed. Professor Xavier, good by me. Kadeem Hackett says Tony Pollard at running back. I don't know what's going to go on at running back. I really don't, dude. I mean, if they're letting Swift hit the open market right now, then I think these running backs I think at least for Swift, he wants to know what he could get. you know, because this is like his first really big, successful, this best year he's ever had. Kind of wants to see what his options are. Tommy said the incentive for Saquon and McKinney to come here, they get to play their old team twice a year. That would be interesting. Oh, McKinney's great, man. Fantastic. Gerald says, get Morrow out of here. We need an alpha dog and some. Well, he's already a free agent, so you don't have to worry about losing a player. There's nobody at linebacker. You have Van Simmer, the undrafted free agent from Michigan State, and you have Nakobe Dean, and his availability is definitely in question as of right now, and that's been a big problem. Slick, what's going on with the super chat? Says Slick, Joey, it's Jerome Breaker. Oh, sorry, Jerome. I've been saying Jerome Brown so much, I don't know why. Well, obviously, but Jerome Baker, not Brown. Jesus Christ, sorry. I said that. I might have said it in my video. I might have not, actually. I think I did that video twice because I said his name wrong. Jerome Baker, from Miami, is another target that could be for the Philadelphia Eagles. Especially anybody from Miami, you have to watch out for. Vic Fangio is just there. Jerome Baker is a very good coverage guy. He was a third round pick in 2018, I think. So he's at a pretty good age for us for a few years. So appreciate you correcting me on that. Donnie says Mauro Jomo has a bright future. No, I think he's got a really good future, man. I thought he played very well at the end of the year. I think Milton Williams needs more opportunity, man, because I feel like that guy is like ready to break out. He gets better every single year. I still think they could go the route of Christian Wilkins at DT if they feel they want to pay a guy big money. As much as I don't think they'll go that position, it's just an idea that Seth Joyner had, that when you're already paying Jalen Carter and you're already paying Jordan Davis on these cheaper type contracts, take advantage of the situation, go get another bright spot at that position. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Calgary says, give me Swift and Henry or Josh Jacobs. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be Josh Jacobs. Swift and Henry would be nice. We've already been kind of connected to both of those guys. As much as people hate it, I wouldn't put out a Tony Pollard return, or not a return, but a Tony Pollard signing, just because, Kellen Moore was probably the most successful at that point with Tony Pollard, using him as a dual threat. But I don't think he's the best running back that's out there. I think this market is highly valued over what's really in the draft, unless you sign a priority guy now and then go into the mid rounds like on the third day and maybe get someone that fits the scheme pretty damn well. So, we'll see. Matt says, do we go D-line in the first round to replace Fletcher Cox? I don't know if they put too much into a DT for a third year in a row in the first round. I don't think they go too far with that. I don't know if they go that far, but I think edge rusher would definitely have a lot of edge rusher would probably be a big need, just because Brandon Graham, it looks like Brandon Graham could be coming back. There's some rumors swirling that he is back apparently, but it's not official yet. Hopefully it's a very cheap deal, because the Eagles need to spend this money wisely. HaasonReddick, I don't know. It sounds like he might get traded. I'm not sure, but there's already Adam Schefter already put out some news this morning that now the Eagles are looking for a second round pick for him. So is he not coming back officially? So if you lose him, even if you don't lose Hassan, or you do lose Hassan, you still need, I think, at least two bodies at defensive end, or at least one more body. I mean, I feel like they have to sign somebody to a mid-tier rotation, whether it's Chase Young or something like that, or you go into the draft and get Latu, you get Chop, you get some of these guys. I mean, I don't think at 22 they're even in contention to get the top edge rusher. I don't think they're in position to get the best edge rusher as of right now. So, RPF, what's going on, man? He says, hey, Joey, I can't believe Super Bowl 52 is here with Zach Ertz going to Washington. I guess all teams. I know Ertz is not the same Ertz he was in 17, but what the hell is he thinking? I guess he liked the times. I guess he liked Cliff King. From what I read, he likes Cliff Kingsbury, I guess, and likes the targets that he got from him in Arizona. I don't know. I mean, of all the teams, I honestly think, dude, he has no interest. I don't think he has any interest. I mean, he signed really early. Because if he signs too late, he's not going to have a job. Because he's not a high priority in the league anymore. He's not really that good anymore. You know what I mean? So I think that comes to, like, why did Zach Ertz sign early? Because I don't think he has interest. Simple as that. So we'll see what happens. Ross, I hope we don't become the Philadelphia Dolphins with Miami Eagles just because we Vic. Well, you have to take into account of players that maybe he wanted from Chicago. There might be players. Well, you have to take into account that players from Miami. I mean, you know, they were calling us the Georgia Eagles. I mean, at this point, the Philadelphia Bulldogs at this point. You know what I mean? From last draft. So, you know, you have to see what you have out there with some of these guys. And, you know, if a Miami player gets released, that's a good player. It wouldn't shock me that Vic Fangio is looking at some of these guys that he literally just worked with last year. So I guess it would make more sense going forward. Let's go downtown. Tommy says Baker is better in covers than Ginkle, but Ginkle is better at rushing the QB. It's a tough choice. Where you lean between them? I mean, I think Ginkle is a nice balance. I don't think his strong suit is coverage, but he can cover, just not probably the best guy. But, you know, 53 quarterback pressures and 6 sacks for Van Ginkel last year. No, he played very well. I mean, definitely earned the contract he's about to get. No joke. I think it would fit well. I think you need a nice combination. I don't think you just have to get just coverage guys. You need guys that go after the quarterback as well. And Van Ginkel is a name that's always been shot around last season. Watch that Miami defense and see what Van Ginkel did. My God, it's kind of insane. So we'll see. Kadeem Haggett says KJ Osborne was a solid for Minnesota, good fit, wide receiver 3. He creates separation and can fly. Yeah, KJ Osborne has been an up and down player in the league, unfortunately. I mean, he's had some good moments. He's had a lot of bad moments, but he hasn't really had good QB play as well. He's had a dropping problem too, so I don't know if KJ would be the best. But, you know, would be affordable, but would he thrive? Does he have, you know, all the metrics to be successful as a wide receiver 3? Yeah, sure. I mean, I think he does in some cases. Andy Allround says, let's go, Eagles. I can't wait to see who the Eagles get in order to fix the defense with the linebacker, cornerback, and safety. We need impactful players on defense. Yeah, we need the right athletic players for this 3-4 scheme for Vic Fangio's scheme, no doubt. Obey Crates, I heard we were interested in Eckler. Sorry. There could be a possibility. I mean, Kellen Moore just had him last year. So Chris says Van Ginkel and McKinney have a great chance of being Eagles. I would draft 2 linebackers in this draft, Edgar and Cooper and Trot Jr. if possible. My first round pick is either wide receiver or offensive tackle, offensive guard, Powers, Johnson. Yeah, I really still don't believe that they'll hit an offensive lineman in the first round of this draft. I don't think so, just because I feel like they can get a nice plug-in player or a player they think has high upside that Stoutland could work with. I know you need somebody like in there now because, you know, Juergens will move to center, but I'm not really worried about it too much. I don't think, I don't think they go crazy with, paying a top tier guy, but I think they get a nice guy in there, a nice plug-in guy that has a lot of, upside. So we'll see how it goes. But Edgar and Cooper, yeah, I think he would fit this scheme perfectly if he moves down. We'll see in the first round, or if he moves down a little bit more. And Trot Jr., I think, is just an extra pick if they want to go that direction. I'm not the biggest fan of Trot Jr. Because of his size, and I don't know. I feel like we need to go a little bit bigger than that, or they double down You know, if they double down at linebacker in this draft. So we'll see what happens. I think they should hit the position probably 3 times going forward. So, you know, we'll see. Mark says, J6, is Tampa Bay Devin White a free agent? I think he is. I don't think he was tagged at all. I think he is a free agent. Tommy Vaz, if we get a second this year's draft for Reddick, it's 100% trade bait to move up. Oh, no, 100%. I feel like they still should move up in this draft, but if they trade Reddick and they have a 3rd, 2nd round pick, okay, they have to move up in this draft. There's no way, there's just no way that they're going to just... They're not drafting 3 guys in the 2nd round if that's the case. I still don't believe they're drafting 2 guys in the 2nd round, to be honest with you. I feel like there's a trade up regardless, but if you have 3 2nd round picks, yeah, I feel like you got to move up. I feel like it's almost a definite at this point. Chris said, if we lose Reddick, edge will be our number 1 priority, 100%. I think the draft changes. I think it totally changed. Where you get in lot 2 from UCLA, or you're going to get Chopper. I don't know. You're going to have to move up. You're at 22. You can't sit at 22. If you lose Reddick and you're sitting at 22, you sit at 22. You're not getting an impactful edge rusher at that point. So Don said, lots of great corners, going to probably fall to the second. Rakestraw is real good. I like Ennis Rakestraw a lot. Was he from Missouri, I think? Ennis Rakestraw is probably the best corner in the 2nd round, probably for zone, to be honest with you. He sheds blocks. He's physical. He's got that Philly mentality. He's just I just need some physical players, man. And he's check out Ennis Rakestraw, what he does, man. It's fantastic. His tackling is great. See here. I think he'll be I think he'll be in the 2nd. I'll be shocked if he goes 1st, to be honest with you. We'll see how it goes. DB. Oh, man. Never. Got nothing better to do today, I guess. Eagles fans said Ertz is a commander now. It just happened. Yeah, it sucks. I don't know why. I don't. I mean, I know why. He's got no interest. Why is he signed this early? I can say Andrew Van Ginkel and Josie Jewell are already signed in my mind. Well, we'll see. We'll see, dude. Ginkel, I think, is 100%. Dangy says, Baggy says, made me think of a scenario. Reddick gets traded, and then they use the extra draft pick and move up to get to get up in the draft and get a guy like Chop or Verse. Wouldn't surprise me. No, I think you do. Like I said before, I think you have to. I think you have to trade up if you lose Reddick. You're gonna you have to slide to the 1st round again. There's no way you're gonna sit there. You're not gonna replace. You're not gonna. I'm not saying you can't replace Reddick. Statistically, it's almost impossible. But if somebody falls down and Reddick's not here and they're just sitting there and they have 4 5th round picks, they have 3 2nd rounders and 4 5th rounders. That's a lot of ammo, dude. It's a lot of ammo to move up. Bum Park says, out of every team, why did Ertz go to the Commanders? I don't know. Island says, can't wait for the Eagles D to give up 30 a game with another bend don't break scheme. I'm not a fan of the scheme either, okay? So I think everybody knows that. You have the best coach for this scheme, all right? But because of the roster you have right now, a lot has to change, and you athletically, you're not there. Mentally, with certain players that I think we know who they are, they need to get the fuck out of here because they just don't fit. If you guys have guys that don't want to hit in this scheme, especially in this scheme, you have guys that don't want to hit. They have to go. They gotta go, you know? Devon said, even though getting a good tackle in the first, sit behind lane is a good idea. At 22, I want a day one impact. Yeah, I don't want a redshirt player. We did that with Andre Dillard, and look what happened. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to draft a guy in the first round to just sit. You know what I mean? See, the problem is, like, the Eagles don't want to have an empty hole somewhere on the roster. They don't want an empty hole on the roster, and then teams will figure out what they're doing and making it obvious they're trying to trade up for, or they're trying to go get a guy. You know what I mean? Like, if they want to go get the top guard, the top tackle, whatever. Calgary says, sign Patrick Queen and draft Edgar and Cooper is a dream. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the Edgar and Cooper thing would seem more realistic, but the Patrick Queen thing, I just don't think it's going to happen, because I think he is the top linebacker in free agency right now. He is the top guy right now. So, Aaron Jones said, they get a veteran lineman to compete with Steen at right guard in camp. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think they're going to do. They're going to sign a mid-tier type, plug-in type guy that's going to compete with Steen. Steen is way too, and it's not saying that Steen is bad. Steen is just way too young right now. I mean, sorry, way too raw right now as a player, so... Duds and McKinney is rumored to want 17 plus million. I think we could find someone just a tad worse on a better deal that allows us to still get linebackers and whatnot. I mean, you could get Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, because he won't be that expensive. I think we know that. He won't be that expensive. Richard, let's get these players in and start real practice. Yeah, we need to change the offseason program, no doubt. Steve Main says, what's the most valuable pick in the first round that could fall to us or be worth reading up for? Most valuable? I mean, you're looking at best player available, obviously. The most valuable? I mean, I don't know, because what's more valuable? I don't know if getting an offensive lineman over an edge rusher, a top edge rusher, is more valuable. I think if an edge rusher drops to you, especially if it's a lot too, if it's Chop, I mean, one of those two guys, or you're going to go, I'm not sure, man. Because at the end of the day, like, free agency will tell the tale. You don't want to draft a guy that already has a starter in front of him. Or if the Eagles already paid for a certain position, you're not going to draft a guy in front of him. You know what I mean? And if you have like already two linebackers already, are you going to draft a third guy in the first round at a lot more money? So you got to weigh it out a little bit. So, all right, DB, see you later, man. Kavai Jones says, I've seen some mock drafts for Dallas. Turner drops to like 14 to 18. I know that most likely won't happen, but if it would, that's a must. Yeah, it's another guy that might. I think they're gonna, at 22. I don't think they touch one of those three guys, to be honest. I really don't. It could happen. Depends on how many offensive linemen, tight ends, and quarterbacks are taken before our pick. And I think, the more that happens, that's great. You know what I mean? That's fantastic. Taj, if we trade Reddick, the ideal situation would be to trade up in the first to get Verse or Latu, and then the second round, Rakestraw, Edgar, and Cooper. That would be a great first 2 rounds. Yeah, that'd be a great draft. I would definitely like that, no doubt. Aiden says, go get Chin and CJ. Screw it. Yeah, what's Chin? Is Chin a free agent right now? RPF says, I know this, Joe. I definitely want small game Slay out of here. I want him out of here after we choked in Super Bowl 57. He is one of the softest players I've ever seen in my 37 years being a Philly fan. He is a captain for this team, and it's pretty bad. I don't know. I don't like him as a player. That's just me. I totally just am not a fan of him whatsoever. Hold on one second. Let me just. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. Sorry, I had to fix something because it was really annoying me. Dank says, Dan McKinney wants 17 million. Sportstrade has him at 10.4 mil value. Yeah, it's a lot, dude. It's definitely it's definitely a lot of money, dude. They're going to have to pay up, though. Look, at the end of the day, like, free agency free agency is all about overpaying. I mean, no one is worth the money that they're getting. Okay. That's just the name of the game. You know, you're going to have to pay up. The Eagles already made one move in Bayard, okay? The Kelsey retirement saved us 1.5 this year, but the Eagles won't get that until after April, I think they'll get the 1.5 million. So really at the end of the day, like $44 million with the Bayard release. And then with HaasonReddick, I think the Eagles will save more than $11 million if they get rid of HaasonReddick. It'll be more than 11 million. I don't know what the specific number is if they trade him away, but it'll be more than 11. And if the Eagles just extend him, it's $11 million. So they're gonna get a lot of cap back. You're over $50 million. That's without Avonte Maddox post June cut $7.1 million. There's so much, man. There's so much. It's exciting, dude. The Eagles never have this bit of money. Like they need to go all in, dude. Your Super Bowl window is open right now. You need to go all in. Calgary says O-line free agents: Robert Hunt, Kevin Dotson, Connor Williams, John Runyon Jr. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't looked at all the offensive linemen free agents so far, but we'll see what happens. I think they get a vet at guard. I think they just sign a vet at that position, dude. I just think that's what they do. I think they'll sign another position in the second round. I think they go offensive line within the first 3 picks, but we'll see. Matt says, Joey, I was waiting for you to say at the end of the day, and you came through. Oh, I always say that. That's like my line. At the end of the day, we got to do this. You know, it's like Chris Collinsworth saying, well, here's a guy. Thanks says, do we bring back Vaitai at guard? Yeah. So Halapuli Vaitai is actually a free agent right now. Probably not. I mean, he plays left side, and we don't need left side. And as soon as he got that big deal with Detroit, I think it was Detroit, he ended up getting hurt. Like as soon as he left the Eagles, he got hurt, and he was out most of the year. I don't think they go down that road. I think Patrick Queen is going to the Seahawks. Mark says, remember when Ricky Waters short-armed a pass over the middle? He didn't want to get leveled, and the fans really let him know what they thought about his lack of heart. Can't do that in Philadelphia. Joe Culture, what's going on, man? It says Joey Shakes, what's your opinion on running back? Take your chance through the draft or going to free agency. I think drafting running backs really is going to be the new strategy in today's NFL. Yeah, not with this team, it's not. Not with this team. I think the market right now, I think the running back market is way better than what we have in the draft. Yeah, sure, go on. If you want to sign one guy through the market, because I think they need 2 running backs regardless, whether it's Swift, whether it's Derrick Henry, A.J. Dillon, I don't care who it is. Gibson, Tony Pollard, I don't know what they're going to do. Okay, but if they sign one of those guys, they need to go into the draft and on day 3 and maybe get, if they have a power guy that they sign, maybe they have a power back and they go into the 3rd day and maybe they go get a guy that fits more as a dual threat for the offense as a rotational guy. So I don't know what they're going to do. It's exciting, dude, to see what they're going to do at running back. There's so much out there in the market. It's probably one of the best markets we've had. Saquon Barkley has already been listed as a potential candidate to be the Philadelphia Eagles running back right now, and the interest is there. I think they have interest in Saquon Barkley. So, Saquon, I think, is a top 3 running back in the league if he's behind a good offensive line. This is what happens when you draft running backs early. Those teams in the top 10, those teams in the top 15, those teams in the top 20 that draft running backs early, unless, they obviously moved up or something like that. These guys that get them way too early are usually shitty rosters with bad offensive lines. And unfortunately, Saquon has suffered from getting injured because of that. He's taking more hits because of that. And he's been really more the focal point of that offense more than anything. He deserves to go somewhere else. I hope him the best success as long as he's not in the NFC East again, besides our team. I think Saquon Barkley would be my number. Besides Swift coming back, I think Saquon would be my number 1 guy coming to Philadelphia. I'm not even kidding. I would absolutely love it. So we'll see. Mark said, J6, we both absolutely need players on defense that are dogs. We need to get back to the days of Dawkins and company. The last few years, our mentality has been soft as cotton. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the mentality, no pushback, no sense of urgency. The whole season was shit. Besides our gauntlet run, which we never had a dominating performance all year with the roster that we had. But at the last 7 games of the season, man, did this roster give up on this head coach? No adjustments. I mean, and the players, at least some of these players stayed quiet, and then some of them, AJ Brown don't make a big deal out of. But Slay is probably, I mean, you have a captain on our team right now that acts the way he does, and it really annoys me. Edis Village says, Howie needs to extend Hassan for more 3 years. Nolan Smith's still under a rookie deal for 3 more years. They could pair these two for the future. Both could play outside. Yeah, I mean, Nolan Smith, I think, is going to really benefit from this scheme. I can't blame Nolan Smith from last year. Derek Barnett took a lot out of his rotation. He got hurt a couple times last year, and he never was given opportunity. Even Sean Desai, middle of the year, was like, oh, we can only give, someone asked about why isn't Nolan Smith getting more reps? And Sean Desai was like, oh, well, there's only a certain amount of reps that you can get, specific reps for a certain amount of players that you have. It's like, dude, but Nolan Smith is a first-round pick, man. They literally redshirted him. I mean, pretty much. He got more snaps at the end of the year, but, I don't think he's a pure defensive end. I don't think he should be anymore. I think they should move him to outside linebacker. That's just me, because I think he has this really big athletic ability. We've seen it in Georgia, obviously. So, see. Matt says, I want scary killers on this team. I want some hard-hitting defense, man. That's what I want. As Hoover said, we need a good number 3 receiver. Yeah, we'll see what we get. I don't know what direction they're going at receiver. I really don't. And Kellen Moore is not going to ignore that position. He doesn't ignore tight end. He doesn't ignore, why he uses every bit. See, in Sirianni's-esque offense, the wide receiver 3 is like the redheaded stepchild, where if your opportunity is there on an extended play, then it's there. But he doesn't make wide receiver 3s the focal point. What's different with Kellen Moore, he really takes every strand of everybody's skill set and uses it to get everybody open in this offense, especially at wide receiver. Loves using tight ends. Loves pre-snap motion. Was top 10. We're going to have pre-snap motion. Pushes his quarterback. Don't take too much out of the Chargers last year because they were hurt. Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler were pretty much the main parts of that offense. Mike Williams was hurt. They had a first-round receiver that hasn't panned out. It's turned out to be a pretty big bust at this point. They have no tight end. They're just it's a mess, man. It's a total mess right now. Tommy says, please, Eagles, let Eckler and Pollard sign elsewhere. Please focus on signing Swift or Barkley, then draft a running back for depth. Yeah, I don't want Eckler or Pollard either. Swift, or if they get Swift, they get Barkley, I'm fine with it, Where he says all great free agents are getting franchised. Well, some of them are getting franchised because they're getting big deals. Some of them are getting tagged and traded because they don't want them to just leave. They want to try to do a tag and trade, at least get something for the player. Like L'Jarius Sneed getting tagged now and obviously could be traded. I think the Eagles are going to be out on L'Jarius Sneed as much as I didn't think they're going after or even make the phone call. I don't even think they make the phone call now, or maybe they will. But now not only you got to pay one of the top corners in free agency, but you have to give up draft capital to a fucking team that you don't even want to give draft capital to, is the Kansas City Chiefs. So... yeah, that's how I go, bro. That's how I go. Donnie says Kellen Moore is no doubt going to use Britton Covey in the pass game a lot. I feel like at the end of the year, they really tried to use Britton Covey in the offense, and they tried, but it didn't work too well, unfortunately. You know what I mean? I can't wait to read that one. Wilkins not getting tagged. No. RBS says, oh, damn, I remember the Ricky Waters Alligator Arms band back in 95 when I was in high school, and it's believed that it was almost 30 years ago. Lucky for Waters, there was no social media then. Well, yeah, I mean, even back in the day, like, I think social media is ruining everything, especially sports as well. But I think you're starting to see, like, some of the true colors of some of these players. It's unfortunate, but... Let's see, Turntable Ted said, hopefully by the end of the year, Kellen Moore will have people wondering why Sirianni is here. Yeah, I don't know how, I know there's unfortunately, Nick has to be more of a hands-off coach this year because I don't know what he brings to the table besides the big step that I wanted Nick to take was, you want to see what your coach does. When your team is winning, how does your coach still uplift this team? How does your coach keep them on track when they're winning? But when they're losing, how do things change? That's the big test of your head coach. And I felt like it was really embarrassing. Like, I didn't like how Nick handled his team when they started losing. His press conferences got real salty. They got really embarrassing every single week. It got pretty damn bad. I ain't gonna lie. Maria Garcia says, Joey, with the O-line, Barkley could rush 1,200 to 1,300. He could. Now, I think that Kellen Moore runs a lot more than what the Eagles did last year. So as much as no one likes the run-pass ratio from Kellen Moore, the passing game has got to get fixed. And I think this is a perfect setup if Nick Sirianni does fail. If the Eagles are like 2-4 in the beginning of the season, I feel like Kellen Moore is set up to be the next head coach just because he tried to get the head coaching job in 21 and keep your scheme in-house with your head coach. You have your head coach calling the plays. You don't have to worry about these guys leaving after a couple years, and then you have to start all over again at square one, getting another coordinator. Gentlemen, coach, do you think our cornerstone franchise cornerback is currently on this roster? I think potentially, and I'm just saying potentially. I'm not saying promising. I'm saying potentially Keely Ringo could be your number 2 guy. Okay. In like another year. I think so. Slay will probably leave after the 24 season after this season. Okay. Potentially, I think he could be a number 2. Eli Ricks, I don't know. Eli Ricks has shown a lot of flash, but do not put any of these guys on the inside. Okay. Isaiah Rodgers, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with him, which I think he will start playing inside for Avonte Maddox. I don't have Avonte Maddox playing here, being with the Philadelphia Eagles, then he is a $10 million cap hit, and I just don't see anything going on with him. I don't see the Eagles giving him another chance. Plus, you have Zach McPherson behind Avonte Maddox, had a torn ACL. So, I mean, you even have less depth, or at the same time, you come off, 2 guys off of big injuries. A pectoral's not a big injury. It's not a crazy big injury, but still, Avonte Maddox been hurt 4 to 5 times the last couple years. It's not a great thing to see. El Yuba says, what up? What's going on, Yeep? Thomas, I agree, Joey. The franchise tag on Snead is going to turn us off, even if calling about him, he's a free agent. Yeah, I don't think they even give a call. If he was a free agent, I think the agent, I think Howie would call the agent. I think there'd be more of a chance, I would say. Not saying it would happen, but more of a chance. The guy from I've been saying his name all week. I just forgot it. The guy from Chicago got tagged. I think they're going to try to work out a big deal with him. I don't think they're trading him. How am I forgetting his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. I forgot his name, though. Another big cornerback, probably going to be off the market as well. RBS says, I wonder if the Eagles don't re-sign Swift, who will replace him getting Barkley here? I would be all for that. Oh, dude, I think a lot of Eagle fans love Saquon Barkley coming here. I think as long as he could stay healthy, I think health is like the biggest part. I think part of him not being healthy too is because he's got hit so many times with this fucking team since he's been drafted with the New York Giants. Lad McConkey is a legendary name. It is. Joseph says, you know who I miss? Joey, I miss Sanders. I feel he could have been a top running back if the Eagles gave him the opportunity. I'm still upset the Eagles wasted him. I mean, I think there were some games where in the first halves he would have more snaps. You know, unfortunately, like, you know, he went to another team. He got paid a little bit more money. He was very, I mean, pass protection was great. Picking up blitzes was great. He was the best at doing it. I thought he started to dance too much during the season. I felt like, you know, he was just trying to get the big play every single time he had the ball in his hands because he wasn't getting much opportunity. So he was trying to make the most out of what he was doing. Unfortunately, he got too injury prone. Unfortunately, you know, the Eagles just didn't want to pay him. And he got to the Panthers and he's been an injury prone mess. He's only averaged a little bit more than 3 yards a carry. He's not even the starting running back in Carolina anymore. Okay, he's the backup. He's the backup running back in Carolina. So, you know, he's not having a great time right now. Let's see. Jalen Johnson from Chicago. Sorry, yeah, I forgot his name. Ryan says Jenkins is a hard-hitting safety. All for the right price, I'd welcome here. Yeah, from the Jags. How old is he though? He's still relatively young, isn't he? Still relatively young. Another guy at safety that they had to create some cap space. They released a couple players. I think the Jags ended up getting like $16 million in cap space for a couple of players. All right, so Rodgers is an outside DB. He confirmed on IG story last week. Well, I'm saying they might move him inside. I know he's played outside, but they might move him inside. I think they have to cross train him, honestly, because he's got a lot of speed, man. He's got a lot of speed, and to waste it behind being an outside guy that he's probably not going to get any snaps, unfortunately. So we'll see. Corey says, "Well, Philly 500, Julian over Saquon. I'm there for him." No, I mean it makes sense, man. It makes sense. You know, Saquon in an Eagles uniform behind this line, it's a dream, dude. I think a lot of these running backs are going to look at what these offenses have and they're going to say, man, you know, let me play behind the Eagles offensive line. And Barkley knows this team really well and knows the players here really well too. So it would make it, you know, and maybe, you know, get some revenge on the Giants twice a year. Look at me behind this, you know, this great offensive line I could run behind, you know. All right, Lance says, what are the odds we sign Rashad Penny for another year? Yeah, definitely not happening. Jenkins is 30. That's why I said the right. Oh, okay. I figured he was older, so there's a lot of veteran safeties out there. You know, but there's still some younger ones. You know, Tracy Walker, Eddie Jackson. You know, now Jenkins. So we'll see what happens. See, the Eagles should look at cornerback Dante Jackson's release from Carolina. He did a great job on land when they played this past season. I don't know some of these players and how old these guys are. Is it Dante Jackson is? I think Dante Jackson is 30 years old, isn't he? I'm not interested in trading for 30-year-old guys or signing 30-year-old guys unless you're adding like a couple pieces to a position. Then I get it, but. Ryan said, I'd rather draft Braylon Allen for cheap. 6'3", 240. That's crazy. Okay. A lot of people have been saying his name, but do you make him the focal point piece? Or are you going to still sign Swift? You know what I mean? Ryan said, you seen the report we're interested in linebacker Mac Wilson from Pats? I did not see that. No. I swear to God, dude, they better not. They really better not go after like some 30-year-old linebackers this year. I'm telling you. I mean, I shouldn't talk because Van Ginkel's 29, but please sign guys coming off good years. Like, please, for the love of God. He's 28. Okay. Mac Wilson's 28. Micah Hyde. Yeah, they had to release him, unfortunately. Of course, I would pay Sawan over $10 million easily if he wants it. It's a Joey. I would get a veteran high-end offensive lineman for Hurts. Oh yeah, I would definitely get a vet, no doubt. I think that's where they go. I think that's where they go. But I don't know if they get a high-price vet. I think they get a mid-tier vet that's a nice plug-in guy. I don't think they go crazy. No, I don't want to trade for Justin Simmons. That's if they trade for Justin Simmons, I'm going to go off. And because you can't take that out, you can't take that out and say they wouldn't go after him because he played for Vic Fangio when he was the head coach over there in Denver. To be honest, I'm only watching Eagles games. Can Saquon block? Saquon could block, and Saquon has been in the passing game for the Giants when they literally had nothing else. I think you can use 100%. You can use Saquon in the passing game. I think he fits very well in the passing game. Do the Eagles want to use him in the passing game? I don't know, but he can. You could pass him on stride. He's got good. His route running ain't bad either, man. He can go out and get some passes. I think Saquon's really good at it. Is he the most fluid guy? Is he is he as Swift is just probably the most athletic player out of the whole out of everybody in the market. Saquon's got finesse though. But Saquon could carry guys. I mean, Saquon's got that big lower body. I mean, he could, upon physicality, man, he could drag people down, so Danny Buzz says some of these media reports of being interested in cracks me up. Seems like some are playing Madden with no cap and all trades accepted. Yeah, so Cameron Curl, man. Mike says Curl is going to be a free agent. Cameron Curl put like a peace sign on his Twitter. Cameron Curl is really young. Still, what, 26? Was he like 26? Cameron Curl was like what was he, like a 6th-round pick for Washington? He was like a 6th-round pick. I forgot. I don't know if he was with Washington his whole career. But holy shit, dude. Guy can cover. Guy's a hard hitter. Guy would fit well in Philly as a safety. I mean, no doubt. There was a lot of Washington fans. Oh, they're not getting rid of him. Well, looks like they're getting rid of him now. So it's another option. Bobby says Saquon already turned down a $12 million per year multi-year deal with the Giants. No way how he pays a running back huge money like that. But dude, none of these running backs are getting over $10 million anyway. I mean, I know maybe Jonathan Taylor kind of set the market last year. Maybe that's the case, but I don't know if is a team gonna these running backs don't have the upper hand on anybody. Like, I don't care what the market says. Like, these teams don't want to pay running backs like that high. It's just not gonna happen, man. I don't see it happening. And maybe like if somebody hits like maybe 10 million, maybe I could see that. But 12 plus, Saquon's not going to sit out the entire year. It's just going to hurt him at the end of the day. These running backs need to get paid. They want to just play, period. They don't want to sit out the whole entire year. So, we'll see. But hey, we got 261 in the chat. Welcome to another Road to Free Agency stream for the Philadelphia Eagles. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out some of the videos. We make videos, content every single day. We're going to be streaming every day this month. Check out the pinned comment for all the draft highlight reactions. I do some extra draft stuff on there in the pinned comment and in the link I put in the chat as well. So definitely the lowest membership for $2 will get you extra content every single day. So check it out. Much love to everybody. Hit that like button as much as possible, guys. I do appreciate it so much. Rocky says we need some homegrown talent, linebacker, cornerback in the first, second round picks on these positions. I don't know. We really do. We need some long-term homegrown talent, man. We can't sign players over 30. I'm done with that. I'm tired of trading for guys at 30. Like, if they sign one vet, I don't care. But let me tell you something. $44.5 million, and that's just with one move, okay, with Kevin Byard. I'm telling you right now, if you go another move right now with HaasonReddick, I mean, you're going to be over $50 million. And then with Maddox, I mean, you're going to be over $60 million in cap space. You don't sign 30-year-olds. You don't play the cautious game with that money. I'm not saying like go fucking crazy and put yourselves like broke, but they got to be, and Howie Roseman is, he takes chances, no doubt. They can't fuck around, dude. They can't. They have good draft capital, and they're gonna have some good. They're gonna have money. That has to go more into this defense, obviously. But we'll see what they do here, because they have the leeway now where they have the draft picks to go after certain positions they think they're gonna get, and they can go and probably afford whatever they want to their. I think they can afford whatever they want to their offense, to be honest, and whatever to their defense. Free agency wise, when it comes to defense, or just in general with the whole entire team, I think they go after a safety, I think they go after a linebacker, and I think they go after a running back. I think those are the three. An offensive line, right guard, I think they go after as well. So, Corey says Saquon's the perfect fit, makes up for missing on Bijan Robinson. Well, it wasn't, Bijan wasn't a miss. I mean, Bijan was what, the third best player on my board last year, right? The defensive end that went to Houston, Jalen Carter. So I think it worked out pretty good, man. I think it worked out pretty good. We got Slick with the super chat. Appreciate it so much, man. It says, how does Josh Sweat fit into the defense now? I don't know. I mean, you'd rather try to rush him than have him in coverage. At least with Reddick, he's done in his career and has had double-digit sacks, but Reddick will fit a lot better. Josh Sweat, I don't think fits that mold at all when it comes to coverage. But we'll see how that goes. He's got to go after the quarterback. Pope says Barkley $33 million, 3 years, $22 million guaranteed. That's how I always go. So what you're talking like what? You're talking like $8 million? I mean, dude, I don't know. These guys ain't getting over $10 million a year. It's just not. It's not happening. Stevie says it's a shame that Winfield got tagged. I really think he would have been a target. Oh yeah, I mean he's what, 25, 26. I mean, God, would have been great. Would have been great. Mr. Rupu, what's going on, man? It says, Joey, I'm not going to lie. Nobody in free agency interested me. Can you pull up a list of all the free agents? Let me see. All right, let's see here. I'll go through a few more and I'll get this prepared so we could actually look at it. I'll look at it in a couple minutes. I already have it pulled up. Let me I'm gonna have to copy another thing quick. Let's see. J Spack Johnson, Swift is faster, younger, less injured. Let me know what you want to see. What do you want to see in free agents for position? I mean, the list is going to be long, so like, if you want to look at a certain position, just let me know. I think Van Ginkel should be the only free agent to go after that's over 27. We need to get younger and talent, especially on the back end. I agree. Chris says Tommy Tommy 5 very credible. Almost everything he told me last year, except for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson signing, were here was spot on. Ron, what's going on, man? So my top two safeties I would want to bring in Chauncey Gardner and Chin, both cheap because they were injured, but major upside safeties would be set. But are we looking for more upside though? Are you gonna try to pay somebody? Or are you just looking for guys like that's, like Chauncey obviously had an injury. It wasn't an ACL. It wasn't you're looking at guys that are not coming off ACL. Like if Chauncey was coming off an ACL or something like that, more serious, I wouldn't even be interested. So Well, Van Ginkel's 29, so I don't know. I don't know what the contract would look like. I feel like it's going to happen. I don't know. I feel like it's almost a match made in heaven, to be honest with you. You're going to get a guy that already has value to what Vic Fangio does, knows how to use him. So it's not like you're getting a brand new guy that Vic Fangio has never used before. Just used him last year, so we'll see how that goes. So it's Black Nation says Ertz signed with the Commanders. Yeah, I get it, but I don't know. I don't know why. He's got no interest. I mean, that's the only thing I can feel. That he signed early because he's got no interest. He wants the job, so I would fix the defense has got to go before anything, no doubt. Got to go anything. Roger says, what do you think about McKinney, Joey? I really like him. Is there I think because McKinney's more of a hybrid guy as well, can move around, good tackler, ball hawk. I mean, I think he would fit here really well, especially from his tweet. A bird's eye view tweet he had today, which we'll be talking about that probably in the next video as well. Oh, he's young, dude. So he is even younger than I expected. Swift is faster. Yeah, well, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, look, you're looking for scheme fit. I like Swift. There's pros and cons about Swift. There's pros and cons about Saquon, but I think Saquon all around would be probably a good fit. And Swift, unfortunately, with just really the only downfall of Swift is his pass protection. That's really all it is. Nate says, I was using top 10 free agents by position from PFF. Well, I'm using all the free agent tracker from Spock Track right now. So let's go through. So let's see the free agent running backs as of right now. How do I update this? Oh, there we go. Free agent running backs on the market right now. You have Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Tony Pollard, Austin Eckler, Cordell Patterson, Gus Edwards, Alexander Madison, Ezekiel Elliott, Devin Singletary, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, DeAndre Swift, Deontay Foreman, Boston Scott, Damian Harris, Amir Abdullah, Cam Akers, Dare Agumbwale, I can't say that guy's name, Salvin Ahmed, J.K. Dobbins, Matt Breida, Kareem Hunt, Rashad Penny, A.J. Dillon, Jerick McKinnon, Latavius Murray, Antonio Gibson, D'Ernest Johnson, Travion Williams, Chase Edmonds, Zach Moss, Craig Reynolds, T.Y. Johnson, Marlon Mack, Rico Dowdle, Josh Kelly, DJ Dallas, Lynn Bowden, Zonovan Knight, Eno Benjamin, Raheem Blackshear, Julius Chestnut, Patrick Taylor. Those are your running backs as of right now that are free agents. Abdullah's still in the league, man. Defensive ends, here we go. Daniil Hunter, Randy Gregory, Jerome Baker, Zadarius Smith, Devin White, Leonard Floyd, Eric Kendricks, he just got released the other day. Josie Jewell, can never say his name. Bobby Wagner, Isaiah Simmons, Jordan Hicks, Aziz Al-Shair, Frankie Louvu, Levante David, Bryce Huff, Devin Bush, Cody Barton, Kalavin Kaizen, I think. Kenneth Murray, Jordan Brooks, Patrick Queen, Bud Dupree, Drew Tranquil, Andrew Van Ginkel, Denzel Perryman, Oren Burks, Tyler Matvich, Sion Taki, Tyrell Dotson, Ezekiel Turner, Demetrius Flanagan Fowles, Zach Cunningham, Neville Hewitt, Darrell Taylor, Mac Wilson, Shaq Leonard, Kalik Hudson, Aaron Brewer, Josh Uch, Ooch, I don't know. Willie Gay, David Mayo, Marcus Golden. Marcus Golden still playing in the league? Jesus. Camu Gruche Hill, Kawan Alexander, Matthew Adams, Jordan Kanasic, Anthony Walker, Eric Wilson, Josh Woods, Julian Okwara, Zach Bwan, Jake Martin, Gerard Davis, Blake Martinez. I thought he retired. Anthony Barr, Joe Bacci, Nicholas Morrow, Ann Farini Jennings, Malik Harrison, Devshawn Phillips, Jacob Phillips, Troy Reeder, Dylan Cole, T.Y. Summers, Joe Jones, Crease Barnes, Akeem Davis Gaither, Curtis Bolton, Tanner Mouse, Makai Walker, Calvin Munson, Troy Dye, Cam Gill, Shaq Quarterman, Anthony Pittman, Jabril Cox, Andrew Dow, Chappelle Russell, Therese Hall, Justin Hall. All right, Therese Hall, Justin Sternod, Cameron Brown, Nathan Landman. How many fucking linebackers? All right, we're almost done. Nathan Landman, Benton Whitley, Sean Bradley, Marcus Bailey, Carter Coughlin, Christian Roseboom, Amen Agbang. Yo, I'm fucking done with that name. I can't even say that. From the Chargers. Amen Akbambamiga. Caleb Johnson, Jack Cochran, James Houston, Jack Gibbons, Bruce Irvin, Justin Houston. Oh, fuck, need some water for that one. Holy shit. Yeah, so there's a lot available, but I mean, few names defensive end wise. Outside linebacker, Isaiah Simmons. That was a good trade for New York. I wish we made that trade. All right, let's go wide receiver. Might as well, right? Let's go wide receiver. Wide receiver free agents. How many are there? All right, there's not many, so that's good. Odell. All right, so let's see what we have here. Odell Beckham Jr., Curtis Samuel, Tyler Boyd, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Cedric Wilson, Kendrick Bourne, DJ Chark, Jamal Agnew, Paris Campbell, Mecole Hardman, Braxton Berrios, Jakeem Grant, Josh Reynolds, Randall Cobb, Marquise Brown, Calvin Ridley, Matthew Slater, Noah Brown, Mac Hollins, holy crap, Ray McLeod, which he's not really a starter, but Laviska Shenault, Trent Sherfield, Marquise Goodwin. Did he actually play for Browns last year? Chase Claypool, DeAndre Carter. Damn, DeAndre Carter, man. DeAndre Carter. We're the reason why DeAndre Carter got other jobs. We're the reason why. Van Jefferson, Chris Moore, Sterling Shepard, Nick Westbrook, Alamade Zaccheaus, Richie James, Brandon Powell, Scotty Miller, Jalen Guyton, Isaiah McKenzie, Kaderil Hodge, Chris Conley, Equinemius St. Brown, Jamison Crowder, Alex Erickson, Laquan Treadwell, Devin Duvernay, Miles Boykin, Byron Pringle, Trent Taylor, River Craft, Greg Dortch, Jalen Rager, Gunnar Olszewski, James Proch, Keith Kirkwood, Gabriel Davis, Juwan Jennings, Amir Smith, Marset, Keelan Doss, Darnell Mooney, KJ Osborne, Trenton Irwin, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Austin Tramwell, Joe Reed, Quez Watkins, Tim Jones, Rashid Shaheed, Trey Nixon, Jalen Moore, and Darius Shepard. DeAndre Carter played for the Eagles, bro. He was like, I forgot what year that was when we got rid of him, when we had no receivers that year. Yeah, Jamal Agnew is interesting too. He'd be a nice special teams guy. So there's a nice little list there. Anybody that sticks out for a wide receiver 3? Yeah, I mean, we've talked about Tyler Boyd. Curtis Samuel's 27. Not much. I mean, it's not a whole bunch that I would get. See here. Safety's going to be a big list. Safeties list. We'll go over the safety list and we'll be done. We got Jamal Adams. We got Budda Baker, Eddie Jackson, Quandre Diggs, Kevin Byard, Micah Hyde, Rayshawn Jenkins that got released, Tracy Walker, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Jordan Whitehead, Chuck Clark. Chuck Clark's another guy. He's 28 years old, but Chuck Clark could play multiple positions. Jaron Kearse, Adrian Phillips, Eric Murray, Jalen Mills, Darnell Savage, Mike Edwards, Deshaun Gibson, Kareem Jackson, Jeremy Reeves, Will Harris, Sam Franklin, Cody Davis, Xavier McKinney, Miles Kilbrew, Terrell Edmonds, Deshaun Elliott, another Miami guy, Taylor Rapp, Geno Stone, Justin Evans, Jonathan Ford, PJ Locke, Rodney McLeod. Damn, 33 years old, Rodney McLeod. Jeremy Chin, Ryan Neal, was he 28? Ashton Davis, Brandon Jones, Adrian Amos, Duron Hammond, Deion Bush, Julian Blackman, John Johnson, Ugo Amadi, Elijah Campbell, Jonathan Owens, Terrell Burgess, Kavon Wallace, free agent, Zane Anderson, Jalen Hawkins, R. Darius Washington, Henry Black, Daniel Jones, Kalef Halasi, AJ Finley, Alohi Gilman, Jordan Fuller, Cameron Curl, Isaiah Polamau, Raheem Lane, Christian Uphoff. And that is your safety position for right now. So that'll be it for that. My tongue twister. Jeremy Chin, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Interesting. Ryan says Jeremy Chin is interesting too. We were linked to him a couple years ago. Yeah. Now things might change, man. Even though we were linked to some players a couple years ago, we have Vic Fangio that has control over this roster now. So I don't think any of these linked from a while ago even matters anymore. But we'll see. You know, Howie might have the final say, maybe. We should get one veteran safety, 2 drafted. I'd get one. How old is... There's a lot of veteran safeties. How old is... Dude, McKinney's 24 years old. I know he was young. Xavier McKinney, bro, like... I think that's going to be your guy. I think McKinney is going to be your guy at safety. I think that's going to be the dude right there. I'm just going to say it. I think it's going to be the pick. I think it's going to be the signing that we wanted. That we're really going to really like. We'll see how that goes. Jordan Poyer. I don't think so. No, Jordan Poyer, no. I think he's still on contract, isn't he? Oh my God, I'm putting up the wrong shit. Chris Scott said, I would love B. Thomas, Worthy, or Purcell in this draft. Yeah, I don't know if they go too early for a receiver, but we'll see. I mean, I would see why, you know, they would have interest in a receiver in the second round or something like that. That's what they want to do. Donnie Force's Van Ginkel is 99.97% coming here. I so agree. I I've already known this. Oh, the Bills just released Poyer? Did they really? Yeah, there's a lot of safeties, man. A lot of safeties available, bro. Man, everybody is pissed that Zach Ertz signed with fucking Washington. There's people like saying I'm not following him anymore. Fuck him. All right, so if you guys want the information for free agency, in case you don't know what day and time, so the legal tampering period for free agency is March 11th to the 13th. Start of the NFL free agency at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, March 13th. So from the 11th to the 13th is the tampering period. So deals will get done by the 11th. So they won't be official by the 11th, but deals will get done, but not officially on paper yet, because players can still back out by that time. So let's see. The Eagles are currently listed the second best odds to land Austin Eckler at plus 600. Fucking God. What if they ended up... Bengals plan to release Pro Bowl back Joe Mixon. Jordan Poyer has been released. Damn, he's such a good fucking player, man. Somebody will pick him up easy. You think someone's going to pick up Jordan Poyer so fucking easy. Someone's going to pick him up instantly. He'll get signed. Damn. That's interesting. No, Ertz don't scare me at all. Not anymore. No, if this was like 5 years ago, sure, but yeah, I really hope they don't sign. I hope they don't sign Eckler. That's going to be that's out of everything you have. And then, but Eckler's a money hungry fuck though. Like Eckler's going to want money though. He's just that type of guy. He's just really that type of guy. He complained a lot last year. Last year he like was not holding out, but he was like, I want what I should be paid. And I don't know if he fits here. I honestly don't. I honestly don't know if he fits. But Poyer's now released now. Mr. Reboot says wants to go to a team with no state income tax. Poyer was with the Eagles, a long time ago. I remember. He could, I mean, dude, if you're here's the thing. Out of all the veteran safeties, Poyer would probably be the one that I bring in just because, like I said, he's been here before years ago. But if you're going for a Super Bowl, I think he ended up getting hurt last year. Didn't he get hurt during the playoffs? I could be wrong though. Did he end up getting hurt? Or he came back? I don't know if he got hurt in one game, didn't show up the rest of the playoffs, but that's only if, they want to bring a veteran guy like that. That would fit the scheme really well. So we'll see what happens. That's if they can't sign anybody. If they can't sign Xavier McKinney, I don't see why. Look, at the end of the day, like, I think they have to open their wallet for a safety. I feel like, because I don't know. Xavier McKinney and Chauncey are like my two top guys at safety right now. That would sign. But we'll see. We'll see down the road what happens. It's gonna be interesting. But We got 224 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining up today. We'll have another stream tomorrow, obviously. We'll go for another couple minutes, and then we'll probably head out. We did like an hour and a half today. I got some. I started kind of late. I started at 2 o'clock, which I really shouldn't have. I should have started the stream at like 12 o'clock today. So I got some stuff to do this afternoon. Unfortunately, I have real life stuff going on. Unfortunately. But we'll see. We'll see with the more rumors. I'll have videos out tomorrow. We'll have more videos out, more stuff, more content. Check out the draft highlight membership stuff. And join if you guys want for the lowest tier at $2. Get all the content you want. It's there if you want it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens the next couple days. Aren't we linked with Diggs? No, we're linked with Diggs because Slay was like, dude, Slay tweeted at him. Don't let Slay pick who the fuck wants to come here. I don't want Quandre Diggs. I don't. I have no interest in Quandre Diggs at all. I do not want Quandre Diggs. Rakeem says a lot of DBs hitting the market. We definitely should spend some money to get at least starting caliber player. Safety, they got to spend a shit ton of money. Linebacker and safety, they have to spend the most money. There's no doubt that has to get fucking figured out. We'll figure out what happens with HaasonReddick, another edge rusher, maybe a guy like that. But we'll see. But we got Joseph Dace. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining the camper tier, man, and all the extra content that is up already. Thank you so much. Guys, definitely join up on some of these memberships. And you get some of the custom emojis as well for the chat, too. So, appreciate it so much, Joseph. Appreciate it so much. Yes, Braylon Allen. We're going to go. Well, trust me, I'll be going over him and seeing, if I feel like I'm in love with the guy, trust me, we'll see what happens. 6'3", 240. We'll see what that comes into. So, but you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy it. I'll see you guys on the next one tomorrow. Like the stream, subscribe if you're new. Content every day, and we'll be back for our next one tomorrow. So, you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys on the next one. Chicks, what up, Falls Line? Peace out, fellas. Peace out. Love you guys. Peace.